guys. Hey, Paul's going to be first general here.
What's up, y'all?
I'm up even closer to that.
Oh, right here?
Oh, yeah, I like it.
Y'all sure you don't want anyone else? I mean, I ain't really the guy for
Just
this.
hug that mic.
Yes, sir.
That's great.
Awesome. Appreciate y'all having me.
You've done this, right?
I don't like media. I feel like we got a lot better guys to
I
do
like
it
the
than
honesty, you know.
me.
What's this like this year as far as getting ready to play with these guys?
It's been fun, man. It's been some good work. I mean, trying to build that chemistry at the beginning of camp was probably the toughest thing, but now going into game week, I feel like we're really clicking on all cylinders, so just got to clean up, the small little details, but I'm excited with where we're at and with what we're going to do this Saturday.
What jumps out to you about the offense this year?
Honestly, just how many different weapons we got. You know what I mean? Up front, O-line, we're going to do what we're going to do. But we have so many receivers that we can throw it to. We got Keelan, Cody, Chase. Kibo, all those dudes, and then we got a room full of running backs that could take it to the house any place. So I feel like just having that versatility of, teams can't prepare for our run or our pass. It's just we can hit them with both,
You were part of an experienced O-line at Utah as well.
Yes, sir.
What difference does that make having that experience up front and when you have all those weapons?
I feel like it's just kind of knowing what's expected. You know what I mean? I feel like, at Utah I had a room full of dogs. It's just they set the standard. We set the standard pretty high, but here at BYU it's like that too. We had dudes like Connor Pay, Kingsley. They really set that standard, and it's just all the boys, the transfers that came in, and all the younger boys. It's just we all knew what it was, and so we just had to, all work hard and live up to that standard.
What do you know about Sam Houston, your opponent on Saturday?
What do I know about them? Oh, they got a good team. I know they like to move a lot, like to do a lot of twists and bring some pressure. And they got a lot of good athletes. They got a good D line and front seven, so it'll be some good work. So I'm excited. Be a fun challenge.
When did you learn that you'd be the starting center?
It was towards the end of camp. Me and Connor both knew if he was center, then I would be the guard. And if I was a center, he's going to be the guard. So we weren't really tripping. And it's nice to have two dudes that play center on the line, because then it's just he can see everything on that right side. I can see everything on the other side. So it's been so nice.
What was that competition like?
It was good. It was friendly competition, but at the same time, it's like iron sharpen iron. So it's like we were trying to compete with each other every day. But it's like he pushed me to my limit and I pushed him to his. And it's like it just made us better. And I feel like that really built our chemistry together. Having me and C-Pay. Now I'm center, he my guard. So it helped build that, I feel like.
We're a little further into the BYU experience for you now.
Yes, sir.
Just how's it been since you've been down here in Provo?
It's been good. I liked it a lot. Honestly, when I first transferred here, I was a little nervous, little scared about what it was going to be like. But honestly, the people here are so nice, and found a lot of good food spots, and all the people out here, BYU crazy. They love BYU football, so that's been nice.
Why did you ultimately end up choosing BYU?
It was just the right fit for me and what I needed for this last year. And just meeting with Coach Kalani, I really bought into what he was saying, and I like Coach Funk a lot. Love A-Rod's offense, so it had everything I needed.
Did that surprise you at all? Just kind of how nice things were. I know they're 40 minutes apart, the campuses and whatnot, but it sometimes feels like the Hill and Provo can be like a world apart. Did it surprise you? Just how different or how nice people were or anything like that?
No, it definitely. I feel like first coming here, I was like, I do not know what to expect. Like, all I've heard about Provo is like people down there are crazy, all this stuff. And then actually moving here, everyone's so nice. Like, I don't know what the heck, like, everybody in Salt Lake saying people's crazy down here. Everyone's so nice. And yeah, it's been good. I love the transition. I love Provo a lot. It's been nice being here.
On the football side, you've done both in your career, opening on the road, opening at home.
Yes, sir.
We won't talk about the most recent opening on the road. I won't bring that up for you. But how nice is it to be able to How nice is it to be able to open at home, to sleep in your own bed, to kind of get ready for a home game rather than having to worry about traveling, that kind of thing?
It's exciting, and I'm just so excited to play in LaVell Edwards Stadium. On the good side this time around. So, back in 2021, played in it was so loud, so I can't imagine what's going to be like being on. Playing for the Cougs, and it was just so loud last time. So I'm excited to see how bumping it gets when we're playing that game one Saturday.
It's so easy to get zeroed in, especially when you're going into a hostile environment like that. But you remember how loud it was and kind of the environment of there playing on the other side?
It was so loud. It's probably top 3 loudest games I've ever, played in.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting to be on the home team side, I guess.
Yes, sir. Be with the good guys.
Yeah.
Coaches have said you're maybe the most violent, is the term they use, the most violent offensive lineman on this roster. Do you take pride in that?
I mean, we got a lot of violent dudes. You know what I mean? I feel like we just feed off each other. I feel like coaches being nice, man. But, I mean, we got Kingsley, C-Pay, Waylon, you know what I mean, Caleb, Slimy, Kime. So it's like we got a bunch of dudes that want to impose our will and just kill you know what I mean, when we're on that field. So coaches being nice, man. We got a bunch of killers, though, in our room.
I also wanted to ask you in terms of, because this is your first game as a Big 12 program. This is
Yes,
Sam
sir.
Houston's first game as an FBS program.
Yes, sir.
History between the two. How excited are you just for that?
It's fun, man. Let's just make some history. I'm excited. And like saying game one in Lavelle Edwards Stadium, I've been thinking about it all year. So, we're less than 3 days away, so it's exciting.
You've worked with a few different college quarterbacks throughout your career. What's impressed you working with Keaton Slovis about his game?
He's a great leader, you know what I mean? He's one of the best leaders I've been around. He knows how to get the boys rallied, and you know what I mean, if morale's low, he's good at bringing us back to, you know what I mean, normal level. And just, yeah, he's a great leader, and he can throw that thing now too. Keaton's got a hell of an arm, so. Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Thanks, Paul.
Where is the offense at as you're going into the game on Saturday?
We'll find out Saturday night. I think we're on track to be ready to play. Confident in this group. Game ones are always a wild card, and there's usually some mistakes in game ones, and so you have to just play hard and try to overcome those. But I expect us to play well. We are playing against a good defense, though. These guys are very disruptive, and so there's a chance they could, with all the disruption they do on defense, there could be some plays that don't go our way, and we're going to have to stick together, and that's I'm interested to see how we do that. We got so many new players. I want to see how we handle adversity when we have a bad play or even a bad series.
Paul said that one of the things that jumps out to him about the offense is just the amount of different weapons you have. What does that do for you as a coordinator when you have so many different guys that have skill sets that kind of complement one another but are also varied from one another?
Well, we try to be a team that uses the whole field, and we want to make the defense defend everybody, all the skill players that are on the field, and so we try to have fun with that. It's fun to get the ball to different guys in different ways and spread it around, and it's a lot more fun to be on a team like that than a team where just one guy gets the ball all the time, and so I think we're trying to create an environment where everyone knows that if you do your part, there's a good chance the ball's coming your way.
Have you locked in the two other starters along the offensive line? I know there's 4s on the depth chart, but do you know who those 5 are?
Yeah, we know what we're going to do, but I'm not going to tell you right now. But I expect we do know what we're going to do right now, and I'm just not sure if Coach Funk has already had the conversations with everybody yet. So I don't think it's fair for me to reveal that if I haven't spoken with him yet after this practice has ended, so I'm not sure where he stands with those guys on those conversations. But yeah, we're ready.
Saw Falau went out for the season. Falau Potty. Did that happen in scrimmage or
I can't comment about that, but that is not necessarily true right now. So that's still up in the air. Yeah.
So he could still play maybe this year.
Well,
Okay.
Sam Houston seemed like their defensive scheme is pretty unique in a way. You talk
Yeah.
about disruption. How do you prepare for something like that?
It's not easy. Yeah, it's a unique defense. They're good. They they do a lot. They do a lot of stuff, and like I said, there can be some plays where they can make you look bad, and then probably be some plays in this game that we're hoping if we get them blocked up that we can do something good with the ball too. So, but it's a lot to prepare for, and trying to duplicate the speed of it in practice with a scout team isn't easy. So there'll be an adjustment period in that game where as we get used to the speed of the game and all the different things they do. But hopefully, we'll settle in and play well.
What's your comfort level with this offense right now versus maybe the last 3 or 4 season openers?
Well, I feel the same as I probably have the last 2 years. I have a lot of confidence in our team. I think we're going to play well. I think we're going to be a very good offense this year. but game ones are always kind of a wild card, because they could come out and do something totally different than what they've shown. We have some new players that they haven't seen. So there's, and then we have some new players who haven't played together yet as a unit, and so there's some unknowns there. But I do have a lot of confidence in this team, and I think we're going to be a good offense.
How did you and Coach Funk come to the determination to put Paul at center?
Well, just a few reasons. First of all, he's a really good center. Connor is too. But I think Connor's a really good guard. He's a little longer, a little taller, bigger, and so that came into consideration. Just some of the big defensive tackles you have to block in this league, and especially in pass protection. I think that was a factor. But and then also I think Connor's experience in this offense. Whoever plays right tackle is going to be a new starter there. So now you have a super veteran player playing next to that right tackle to kind of always keep him going in the right direction, and that was a factor as well. But we could flip it. We could flip it right now, and there wouldn't be much difference. I mean, the two guys are both good players. We love Connor as a center. I also think this will be great for Connor. He's got a couple years under his belt on film of playing center. Now he gets to show the NFL a season of playing guard. I think it's a great thing for him personally.
In that competition, did it? And I use the word competition kind of loosely, but did it help because both guys are so accustomed and adapted to playing both positions?
I think so.
That it was kind of like, hey, either way, I'm good.
Yeah, it's funny. It was a competition in a way, but it didn't really feel like one because they just alternated all the time. Most of the time they were playing together, so there's so many reps of them just playing next to each other, just alternating, and they're both team guys, and neither one of them really seemed to. They were both good with whatever, and but what was clear from the start is that both of them are in our top 5, and so they had to be on the field, and yeah.
You mentioned the various unknowns with Sam Houston. What do you feel the most sure about or the most confident about with the offensive side of the football going into the game?
The most confident about is just that our guys will be prepared to play. I think this team is really mature and really hungry to prove something, and we're not going to be a team that walks out there Saturday night not understanding that every game is a huge game and every snap matters. Our guys will be ready to play. They'll be excited to play, and I'm looking forward to watching them.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Okay, thank you guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
Save those questions for. Okay. Bring him over to. Gideon right up there.
All right.
So yeah, I guess we'll just continue.
Yeah.
So how many years did you play for SU? Just that one?
So I was there. So I actually got there in January of 21, and so I was there for that spring season, and then we went straight into the that season. So for 3 seasons, I was there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what got you to BYU? Take us through that.
Yeah. So I decided to enter the portal after last year, and then kind of like I said, my OC. Down at SEU, he had coached here and had connections with A-Rod and gave him a call, and
and they just gave me an opportunity to come and play, and that's kind of how I got here. So.
What were your feelings about BYU before coming here? I mean, is BYU a place you wanted to play? Or?
Yeah, I was always open to it. Both my parents actually played at University of Utah, but so I always loved going to the games and rooting for them. But BYU, I never had any hard feelings or anything against BYU. But yeah, it was definitely something that I was always open to. So yeah.
So kind of an obvious question, but how did just knowing the system benefit you during fall practice?
Yeah, definitely. I think knowing the system, it kind of took that out and really just getting used to the speed of FBS football. That was kind of the biggest thing. And after the first couple of days, that kind of came down. And then after that, it was just credit to Coach Clark and Coach Al and their coaching. They really helped me transition pretty smoothly. So yeah.
Kind of on that note a little bit, how similar is this offense that you've been learning and whatnot? I mean, obviously, probably not 110%.
Yeah.
How similar is it to what you were running with Coach Peterson?
Yeah, so I would say, probably 90% is all same. There might be slight variations to things, but most of the things were similar to what we ran. So yeah.
But it is very similar.
Very similar, yeah.
Kind of jump in with both feet. And
yes, sir. Yeah.
What do you do to just pick up a new system? I guess the little tweaks, the little minor changes, and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me was just leaning on Coach Clark and Coach Al, and they do a really good job at coaching the whole player, and that was something that really helped me, and I've been really appreciative of them. So yeah.
How'd you end up at SUU? Tell us a little about that initial recruiting process out of Arizona.
Yeah, so I had I came back from my mission and then went to junior college, Mesa Community College, down in Arizona, and then so I actually tore my PCL the first game, and so my recruitment kind of stopped, and the only offer I had at that time was SUU, and so I ended up committing there, and then that's kind of how I got there, and that was in the end of 2020. So.
And always played tight end in high school.
No, high school I was a receiver. I was like $195, and always just was flexed out and played wide receiver all my life. So yeah, didn't really ever play tight end up until college. So yeah.
And who made that conversion for you? They forced it on you?
No, I actually came back from my mission like about 220, 230, and then it kind of just was natural. So yeah.
Yep. I'm going to ask you to break the Cardinal rule. I know there's a game this Saturday, but what's it going to be like next week for you?
Yeah, I'm just excited. We've all been working really hard this fall camp, and it's been really good competition and prep for us. And it's going to be exciting. It's going to be, we're excited to show what we've all been working for this fall camp, and just excited. So, yeah.
What do you think the coaching staff saw in you throughout this fall camp to put you in a position where you could be tight end 2 behind Isaac?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me was just, they wanted a physical, player, but also someone that they can trust. And so having those two things and really just leaning on my coaches and what they wanted, and that was a big thing, and I think that was just that trust, and then just being, physical is something that I think they liked, and they also can trust me. So I think that was a couple of big things. But
also hauled in a few catches in a scrimmage or two, right?
Yeah, it was good to get those scrimmages in and have that feel. So yeah.
When you learned you were tight end too, surprised? Were you expecting it? Or?
I mean, I guess it is. Was a little surreal, but I feel like every day I was just stacking days and trying to get 1% for it every day and take the wins and losses I had every day, and I think I made a lot of progress, and but that goes to shout out to Coach Clark and Coach Al for them and helping me along. So yeah. It was good though.
I apologize if this is already asked, but I just came in late. Were there other schools that you considered maybe joining and walking on to?
Yeah, there was actually a lot. I had a couple offers from some other schools, but I kind of already was trying to come up to BYU just because I already knew the system and I was familiar with that. So I did have other offers and opportunities, but BYU was my number one. Yeah, there was some consideration, but a lot of them were at AA. A lot of them Big Sky. So yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm so caught up on the fact that you were 195 coming out of high school.
Yeah, yes, sir.
How'd you get so big? I mean, was it natural? Were you lifting a whole bunch of weights on your mission? Or?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was. I would have to say it was natural. I don't think I served in Japan, so there wasn't a lot of weights, a lot of bike riding and running. But it was just naturally put that weight on, and then it kind of just went from there. So yeah.
What was it like? Oh, sorry.
When you say the offenses are similar, do
Yes.
they have the same names, the plays, or the plays name the same?
Yeah, similar. Yeah. So Blair was brought down the base was pretty similar to BYU's, and then obviously we had our different variations. But yeah, generally, yeah, they were pretty similar. So.
And then did you know Jackson Bowers? He went to the same high school.
Yeah, so he actually played with both my brothers actually. So I have 2 younger brothers, and he was able to play with both of them. He's in between both of them, and so yeah, I've known him since he was 7th, 8th grade. So yeah.
Back to that transition that you went through. What was it like to having to embrace the physicality of going to your current role compared to what you were doing before?
Yeah, I think if anything, it made me more physical just because the level of talent was higher, and so I think it was actually something that was beneficial for me, and definitely was. The first couple of days was, a little chaotic, but just getting reps, I think, was the biggest thing, and it was pretty smooth. So yeah.
How much more do you have to embrace it now, playing at this level for BYU against some of the teams you're going to be?
Oh, definitely. I mean, our the level is always going to be up here, and the standard is up there as well for the team and the players. So it's you can never let off the gas, and so it's definitely going to be at an all-time high. So yeah.
Okay.
All righty. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it. Good luck
Thanks,
Saturday.
Guys. Thank you.
Let's see. I have to go. Okay. So it'll be easier just to do it here.
Right.